Welcome to Minute of Meaning, where we explore the depths of the human soul through stories that heal and inspire us. In a small, vibrant village nestled between rolling green hills lived a young woman named Meera who possessed a colorful spirit. She was not like the others, for she saw the world not just as it was, but as a living painting. To Meera, every sunrise was a new canvas, and every flower was a lesson in beauty that she needed to capture. Her heart danced with creativity, and she spent every spare moment pouring her vivid imagination onto the fabric of her canvases. However, the people of her village did not understand her passion, viewing her art as a useless and foolish waste of time. They whispered cruel words behind her back, calling her a dreamer who refused to grow up and face the real world. The constant criticism began to weigh heavily on her shoulders, turning her once bright world into a place of grey shadows. Even her family began to worry, urging her to abandon her brushes and focus on finding a husband and settling down. Slowly, the voice of the crowd became louder than the voice of her heart, making her doubt her own unique gift. One fateful day, with a heavy heart, she decided to lock away her passion, believing that she was indeed wrong to dream. She tried to be like everyone else, walking the same paths and speaking the same words, but her soul felt empty. The colors had faded from her life, leaving her trapped in a monochrome existence that felt more like a prison cell. Unable to bear the silence within her any longer, she sought refuge in the mountains, hoping to find some lost peace. Rumors spoke of a wise Zen master who lived at the peak, a man who understood the secrets of the human heart. She found him sitting in deep stillness, appearing as grounded as the ancient rocks and as light as the mountain air. With tears in her eyes, she told him how she had abandoned her art because the world told her it was worthless. She confessed that she felt like a failure, constantly changing herself to fit the mold that the villagers had created for her. The master listened without judgment, then stood up and gently beckoned her to walk with him to the edge of the cliff. He pointed a weathered finger at a dry, brown leaf that was tumbling helplessly across the rocky ground, pushed by the wind. "Look at this leaf," the master said softly. "It has no will of its own and goes wherever the wind forces it. If the wind blows east, the leaf goes east. If the wind blows west, the leaf has no choice but to follow. You have become like this dry leaf, letting the opinions and insults of others dictate exactly where you should go in life. You turn left when they say left, and you stop when they say stop, losing your own direction in the process." Then the master closed his eyes and asked her to feel the wind itself, the invisible force that was moving everything. Does the wind ask the trees for permission to blow? Does it ask the mountain if it is allowed to pass? Meera shook her head slowly, realizing that the wind was free, wild, and completely unconcerned with the approval of the world. The wind is free because it simply is. It flows from its own nature, without needing anyone to tell it how. Be like the wind, Meera. Do not be the leaf. Move by your own will, and let your spirit flow freely. She thanked the master, her heart feeling lighter than it had in years, for she finally understood the trap she was in. As she descended the mountain, she realized that her need for approval was a prison she had built for herself. Upon returning to her small home, she immediately unlocked the chest and retrieved her tools, blowing the dust off her dreams. She dipped her brush into the crimson paint and struck the canvas with a power and confidence she had never known. The villagers passed by and whispered as before, but this time their words were like dry leaves blowing past a mountain. She did not seek their praise, nor did she fear their mockery, for she was painting for the joy of her soul. Meera had become the wind, moving with purpose and freedom, no longer waiting for permission to exist as her true self. When you live for the approval of others, you become a leaf, tossed around by every changing opinion of the crowd. But when you live from your own truth, you become the wind, unstoppable and free to go where your heart leads. Eventually, the very people who mocked her began to stop and stare, captivated by the undeniable beauty of her authentic work. By being herself, she not only found her own happiness, but also inspired others to break free from their own chains. Do not let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice, for that is your only true guide. Your life is your own canvas, and you are the only artist who has the right to choose the colors used. Ask yourself today, are you the leaf that is blown about, or are you the wind that moves with divine purpose? The moment you stop seeking validation is the moment you start truly living, unlocking the infinite potential that sleeps within you. True friends and genuine success will always find you when you have the courage to show the world who you are. Release the heavy burden of expectation and watch as your spirit soars to heights you never imagined were possible for you. It is time to stop asking for permission to be great, to be happy, and to be unapologetically, beautifully yourself. Stand firm in your truth like a lighthouse, shining your light regardless of the storms that may rage all around you. When you embrace your own unique path, you give others unconscious permission to do the same, creating a ripple of freedom. Take a deep breath and listen to your heart, for it knows the way, even when the whole world seems confused. You are the masterpiece of your own life, so do not let anyone else hold the brush or mix your colors. Life is too short to be lived as a shadow of someone else. Step into the light and claim your destiny. Break the chains of judgment today and walk forward with the confidence of the wind that knows no boundaries or walls. Remember the lesson of the wind and the leaf whenever you feel the pressure to conform to what others expect. May you always find the courage to be the wind, creating your own path through the vast and beautiful adventure of life. Happiness is not a destination given by others, but a way of traveling that you must choose for yourself every day. Thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery, and we hope Meera's story has lit a fire within you. If this story touched your heart, please share it with someone who needs to hear this important message of freedom today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more stories that bring meaning, wisdom, and peace to your life. This has been Minute of Meaning. Stay true to yourself, stay strong, and until next time, may you always be free.